Hey, it's Tuesday. I want to talk to you today about architecture. I haven't planned it out as much as I normally do, but hey, no cuff too tough. However, architecture is a massive topic. I mean, look at it. So I want to dial in on architecture in fiction. In books, I'm talking animation. This is a unique setting because in these worlds you have no constraints about costs, contractors, time, disputes, or even the laws of physics. Only one thing matters, and one thing only. And that's how the structure serves the story. Before we jump in, I should probably explain what is architecture. It's pretty simple actually. It's the design of space for people. Space, people, design, architecture. That's totally how they teach it in school. We're going to be talking about two series, Dinotopia. Alright, quick recap of the story. An Englishman explores Tasmania with dinosaurs. That's it. First off, I want to talk about Waterfall City, one of the major locations of the book. Apart from being stunning, it is one of the oldest cities in the world. The author, James Gurney, has shown this by incorporating older architectural styles, such as Mayan/Aztec temples, as well as the Greek and classical Roman-styled architecture here, perhaps typified by this roof arch here. These help drive the story that this is a really old city with shipwrecked survivors from the old civilizations, and this has been a continuous process. Here we see Tree Town, an area to the north that values a simpler way of life. This has been represented the architectural style. We have simpler beams and railing styles. We have less focus on ornamentation with minor additions such as on crests of roofs and figureheads. However, overall, it is much simpler to represent the less materialistic outlook of these people. Side note, this is one of my favourite pictures of all time. It's so cool, look at it. It's a treehouse and a dinosaur. I love it.
There are much more obvious things as well. For example, you live in a society with large dinosaurs, you've got to have large archways in your streets and streets that are wide enough to accommodate them. Other interesting things about this picture is that because it's a desert setting, there's very little wood used. It's mostly made out of a combination of sandstones here. Additionally, to support the fact that you have large animals, you have large blocks of stones that have been placed because you have the ability and manual labour to do that. It makes a lot of sense. It even has something as simple as a bridge. This ruined bridge shows us both the technology level of the people here, the care and they've shown here, having their supports tapered to reduce the water effect on the water flow. And you also show here having a higher leeway path as it approaches to reduce the flood path. So when the water level raises above the banks, water can flow through here as well without constricting the flow. It's considerations like this that make the structure feel real and grounded. All these little details is what makes the land feel real. Having a landscape that feels like it's been shaped over time, that makes sense, that's been cultivated by people, by a culture, by history, makes the space feel more real, makes it feel more alive. It isn't enough to be beautiful. The environment has to support the story.
And that's why I love Dinotopia. The story is presented as found journals, as a realistic world. And this is supported by the art, by the setting, by making it feel grounded, lived in, people in a culture that has not only just appeared recently, but has been there for generations. It makes the entire world feel believable. I love it for it. Anyway, hope that was a sort of interesting thought for you. See you on Friday.